Yeah, you mentioned Henry Miller every now and then. How did you feel about that? And the fact
Not
that he
too
died so
much.
young?
Actually, I've been very unlucky in reading Henry Miller. I guess I read the worst parts of him one time traveling across Texas. I jumped off somewhere and got one of his books, and I started to read it, and I fell asleep. So many people have told me, you and Henry Miller, you must have engendered from him or liked him, but to me, it sounds like a knock. I just couldn't ingest it. I guess he went too much now and then into the stars or into philosophy. I like the straight stuff, a little bit of red, but, when he said, well, Joe had a big dick, Joe stuck his dick into Mary, and they fucked, Joe had a big dick. I like that. See, I could understand it. We went into Aries and Pisces and all these ultra mind trips. I don't have any mind. So I left them there. Celine, Hemingway, Dos Passos. Good tough boys. They stayed close to the earth. The secret is in writing down one simple line after another. Gertrude Stein found that out. She said, a rose is a rose is a rose. We know that old cornball. But Gertie's problem was she could only write down 2 or 3 lines. When Hemingway came along, he could only write down 2 or 3,000 lines, or 200 or 30,000 lines. Then he got boring. But the secret is still in the line. The secret is also in the containment and the enjoyment and the energy in the line. So what I've tried to do is remain within the simple line and also bring in a sense of humor, like a chorus girl dance, kicking up their legs and showing a bit of their cunts, but not too much, up and down, and they jump off the stage and here comes a new crew. What I'm trying to do is use the simple line and also inject a laughter through art, laughter through creation. Creation is not all that serious. Creation cannot be all that serious, except we're going to fall asleep. I'm falling asleep now, talking about what it should be.
Did you ever read Malcolm Lowry's Under the Volcano?
Yeah, I did, and I yawned myself to shit.
Why?
Why? Because, like any other writer, there's no pace, there's no quickness in his lines. There's no life, there's no sunlight. When you write, your words must go like this. Bim, 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 bim. Each line must be full of a delicious little juice, flavor. They must be full of power. They must make you like to turn a page. Bim, bim, bim. What these guys do, they say, well, in blah, 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 da, 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 there was a porch chair. The flies were walking around. You see, they're too leisurely. They're setting up the scene for the grand emotion, and when they get to the grand emotion, there isn't any. This is a different age. It's the atomic age. Each line must have its own power, its own feeling, its own juice, its own flavor. Writing must never be boring. It must not bore the reader, the writer. It must not bore anybody. You have to have juice in each line, don't you see? You don't believe me, but I'm trying to tell you. I get so... Writers put me to sleep. They always did. They always will. Each line must be an entity unto itself. But must carry its own, like a voltage juice. You can't say, Mrs. McGillicuddy was sitting in her chair. It was 3:30 p.m. on a southern morning in Georgia. Mr. McGillicuddy was... This is all, it's already dead, you see. You must say, the thing.
But he died from alcohol. You're not afraid of...
Oh, you think of Faulkner?
No.
He was one of the worst practitioners.
Yeah, of course, but now I'm talking about Lowry. He died from alcohol. You're not afraid
Lowry.
of...
Oh, yeah. Well, it's nice to die of alcoholism. It's very glorious. But if you write dull shit, it doesn't do any good what you die from. You see? Alcohol is not a great thing. Because you die from alcohol doesn't mean you're any good. You got to leave some words behind. He died swallowing his own vomit. Great. Now, he's not even a professional drunk. When I really have a big drunk, I put my head on the side of the mattress and let it like this, so if I vomit, it's just gonna go to the floor. This man's not even a fucking professional drunk. Besides that, it's bad, dull writing. Next question. For Christ's sake, do you have another question? Drink some more scotch, motherfucker. It'll cheer you up. Enjoy yourself, man. Forget there's an interview. I like you as a person, by the way. My buddy, the Dutch interviewer from Belgium. We're tough men together through the horrors of life.